Welcome back to our channel, Coin Collectors and Treasure Seekers. Today we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and jaw-dropping stories in the world of rare coins, the 1963 1-cent USA coin, a coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike with its staggering value of $21 million. And as we explore this coin, you will understand why some coins are worth more than houses, cars, or even luxury vacations. So sit tight and get ready to journey into the hidden world of minting. Errors, mistakes, and anomalies that can turn a simple penny into an unparalleled treasure. The 1963 1-cent coin may look ordinary at first glance, but the truth behind its creation and the minting process reveals a story of imperfections that collectors crave, starting with the possibility of double strikes where the coin was struck twice by the minting press, creating a slightly off-center doubled impression that can distort the image of Lincoln, the famous bust, or the inscriptions on the coin. This kind of error is extremely rare because it requires very specific misalignment during the minting process, which is why only a few examples exist. Another fascinating error that can appear on the 1963 1-cent is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is not properly aligned with the planchet, leaving part of Lincoln's face or the date missing and often showing a blank area of the metal. Such coins are instantly valuable because they are visually unique and unmistakably different from regular pennies. Then there are die cracks and die breaks, tiny fissures in the metal die that imprints the coin, which can create raised lines or unusual patterns on the coin's surface. Each crack is unique and can make the coin more desirable to collectors who specialize in die errors. In some rare instances, the 1963 penny can have a repunched mint mark, especially the D or S mint marks, where the letter is stamped more than once in slightly different positions, giving the coin a layered, doubled appearance that is both visually striking and historically interesting. Other errors include broad strikes where the coin is struck without a proper collar, causing the metal to spread outward and making the coin appear larger and flatter than normal. These broad strike coins are particularly valued because they demonstrate the mechanical quirks of the minting process during the 1960s. Planchet errors also play a crucial role in the coin's value, including clipped planchets where part of the coin is missing due to an improperly cut blank, lamination errors where the metal peels or flakes due to impurities in the alloy, or wrong planchet errors where a coin is struck on the incorrect metal. Each of these anomalies makes a coin historically significant and highly collectible. Even subtle errors such as small die rotations, minor doubling on the lettering or date, or faint strike imperfections can significantly increase the value, especially when combined with other errors on the same coin. The rarity of surviving examples in pristine condition is another factor that propels the 1963 1-cent to astronomical values. Most pennies from this era were circulated heavily, so finding an uncirculated, error-laden 1963 coin is like discovering a needle in a haystack. Grading plays a critical role as well. Coins that receive top-tier grades from professional grading services, with high preservation and well-defined error characteristics, are instantly worth millions to collectors and investors. Beyond physical errors, the historical context of the coin adds to its allure. Minted during a period of immense change in the United States, with Lincoln's legacy immortalized on the penny, the coin represents not just metal and minting mistakes, but a piece of history frozen in time. The 1963 1-cent coin also fascinates because of its potential for variations due to experimental minting techniques and early die preparations that were later corrected. Some coins show traces of these experiments, making them rare examples of the mint's trial and error processes. For those who seek to invest in coins, the 1963 penny demonstrates how small errors, when paired with rarity, condition, and historical significance, can create value far beyond face value. Collectors often hunt for combinations of multiple errors on a single coin, which exponentially increases desirability and market price. Auctions for these coins often attract intense bidding wars, with private collectors, museums, and investors vying for the chance to own one of the few surviving specimens. Stories of coins like this have inspired generations of collectors to examine every coin in their change closely, to look for anomalies in strike, planchet, or mint mark, because sometimes what seems ordinary could be a $21 million treasure waiting to be discovered. The allure is also psychological, the thrill of holding a coin that represents human error, craftsmanship, and history all at once, and imagining the possibility that one small penny could change financial futures. Some 1963 pennies exhibit subtle die clashes, where the obverse and reverse dies collide in an unusual way before striking the coin, leaving ghostly images of the opposite side etched faintly. These are highly sought after because they are unique fingerprints of the minting process. Over the decades, collectors have meticulously documented every known type of error in the 1963 penny, from major double strikes to the tiniest die cracks, creating an entire lexicon of terminology that investors use to assess value. Even cleaning or mishandling a coin can destroy its premium, which is why experts advise keeping such coins untouched in archival safe holders. With proper documentation, provenance, and grading, a 1963-era penny can reach its full potential value at auction or private sale. The excitement is also amplified by the fact that no two era coins are exactly alike. Even if two coins share the same type of mistake, the size, placement, and visual effect differ, giving each coin its own identity and story. In addition to physical errors, some rare 1963 pennies feature die polishing lines or repolished dies, where mint workers attempted to fix imperfections in the dies, but traces remain on the coins, adding another layer of rarity and historical significance. These details often go unnoticed by casual observers but are magnified under professional scrutiny, adding to the mystique and value. As the market for rare coins continues to grow, the 1963 1-cent stands as a prime example of how small, often accidental, variations can transform an everyday object into a multi-million-dollar collectible, whether it is a major double strike, an off-center planchet, a repunched mint mark, a die crack, a broad strike, or subtle die polishing lines. The coin embodies the intersection of history, human error, mechanical engineering, and scarcity, teaching collectors the importance of attention to detail and patience, and reminding everyone that treasures can be hidden in the most unexpected places. Examining the market trends, auction records, and private sales, the 1963 penny consistently ranks among the most valuable era coins of the 20th century, with collectors willing to pay top dollar not just for the metal but for the story, rarity, and confirmation of authenticity through professional grading. This coin has become an icon in the numismatic community, inspiring documentaries, YouTube videos, articles, and discussions about the quirks of minting and the psychology of collecting. Even today, young collectors searching through rolls of pennies might stumble upon a minor error and dream of owning a piece of this legend. The coin's allure is not merely monetary. It is also about the thrill of discovery, the tangible connection to history, and the artistic imperfection that separates it from the ordinary. As we wrap up this deep dive, it is clear that the 1963 1-cent USA coin is much more than a penny. It is a testament to the rare, beautiful, and unpredictable world of coin collecting, where tiny mistakes and unique characteristics can turn a simple coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure. And for anyone passionate about rare coins, the story of this penny is a compelling reminder to examine every coin carefully, to appreciate the artistry of minting, and to understand that value is often hidden in plain sight, waiting for the discerning eye to recognize its worth, making the 1963 1-cent not just a coin, but a legend in the numismatic world, a symbol of possibility, excitement, and the extraordinary potential of the seemingly ordinary. Next, 1973 1-cent USA coin, a coin that has captivated collectors around the world due to its extraordinary value, which can reach up to $12 million. And this staggering worth is not because of the metal itself but because of the rare errors, mistakes, and anomalies that make this coin a true numismatic masterpiece. At first glance, the 1973 penny may seem ordinary, but a closer look reveals fascinating errors that collectors dream of finding, starting with the off-center strike, where the coin's design is not perfectly aligned with the planchet, causing part of Lincoln's portrait or the date to be missing. This type of error is rare and instantly recognizable, making it highly desirable. Double die errors are another remarkable feature seen on some 1973 pennies, where the die used to strike the coin was misaligned or manufactured incorrectly, resulting in doubled or shadowed letters, numbers, or even portions of Lincoln's bust. Each double die is unique, and the more pronounce the doubling, the higher the coin's value. Some coins from this year also feature repunched mint marks, particularly the D for Denver, where the mint mark was stamped more than once in slightly different positions, creating a layered or shadowed effect that adds both visual intrigue and historical significance. Die cracks and die breaks are another fascinating type of error. Appearing as raised lines or ridges across Lincoln's bust, the date, or the lettering, representing the stresses and imperfections of the minting process, broad strikes and colorless strikes further increase the rarity and desirability of certain 1973 pennies, as the metal spreads unevenly during striking, producing a coin that is slightly larger and flatter than a standard penny. Planchet errors, including clipped planchets, wrong metal strikes, or lamination errors, where the metal peels or flakes due to impurities in the alloy, also contribute to the coin's exceptional value. Even subtle errors such as minor doubling on letters or dates, die polishing lines, or small rotations of the die can significantly enhance a coin's collectible status when combined with other mistakes. The rarity of well-preserved 1973 era pennies is another factor that drives their value, as most pennies from this year were circulated heavily, leaving very few in uncirculated condition. And collectors prize coins with high-grade preservation and professionally certified error characteristics, making them extremely rare and sought after. Auction records and private sales have demonstrated that these coins can achieve multi-million-dollar prices, especially when multiple errors appear on the same coin, creating a unique combination of mistakes that is impossible to replicate. Beyond physical errors, the historical context of the 1973 penny adds to its allure, as it represents a snapshot of U.S. history and the continuing legacy of Abraham Lincoln on the 1-cent coin. Some coins even exhibit die clashes, ghostly impressions of the opposite side of the coin transferred during striking, adding another layer of uniqueness and collectability. Numismatists meticulously study these errors, documenting every variation, from off-center strikes and double dies to repunched mint marks and die cracks, because even the smallest detail can dramatically affect value. For collectors, the thrill of owning a 1973 penny is about more than money. It's about possessing a piece of history, a tangible artifact of minting imperfections, and a symbol of the unexpected value that can be hidden in everyday coins. The 1973 penny serves as a reminder that even the smallest and most seemingly ordinary coins can become multi-million-dollar treasures when rarity, error, and preservation align perfectly. Each coin tells its own story of chance, history, and human craftsmanship. From double die errors to off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, die cracks, broad strikes, and planchet mistakes, this penny exemplifies how meticulous attention to detail and careful preservation can transform a simple coin into a legendary collectible, inspiring collectors to examine every coin in circulation, appreciate the artistry and imperfections of minting, and recognize the extraordinary potential of rare coins like the 1973 1-cent USA coin, ultimately making it a symbol of rarity, historical significance, and the limitless possibilities that exist in the world of numismatics. Continuing the story of the 1973 1-cent USA coin, it's important to understand that what makes this coin so incredibly valuable is not just one type of error but often a combination of several. Because coins that exhibit multiple anomalies at once are extraordinarily rare and attract the highest bids at auctions. For instance, a single coin might feature an off-center strike combined with a double die on the date and repunched mint mark, creating a one-of-a-kind specimen that tells a complex story of the minting process. Each imperfection is a fingerprint of human and mechanical influence, capturing a moment in history that can never be duplicated. The market for such coins is highly competitive, with collectors, museums, and investors constantly seeking the rarest examples, and because so few 1973 era pennies survive in top-grade condition, each discovery generates excitement, and often leads to bidding wars. The allure of these coins also lies in their visual uniqueness. A well-struck off-center or double die coin immediately captures the eye, while subtle die cracks, lamination errors, or polishing lines reward careful inspection. Numismatists and hobbyists alike find fascination in studying every ridge, line, and detail, analyzing the coin to understand how it was produced and what makes it different from ordinary pennies. Professional grading is crucial in confirming authenticity and documenting these rare errors, as buyers are willing to pay top dollar only when there is verification from trusted grading services. Coins with certification showing multiple errors in pristine condition often reach face values well beyond $12 million, underscoring the extraordinary potential hidden in what most people consider ordinary change. The 1973 penny is also an excellent example of how a coin can tell a story beyond its monetary value. Representing the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the ingenuity and occasional imperfection of the U.S. Mint, and the history of coin production during the 1970s, some coins even show traces of die polishing or die rotation, subtle features that reveal the trial and error process of minting, which in turn adds a layer of historical significance and collectability. Collectors often search tirelessly through rolls of pennies hoping to find even minor errors, inspired by the possibility that one small coin could be worth millions. The psychology behind this pursuit is powerful, combining the thrill of discovery, the satisfaction of historical connection, and the tangible potential for wealth. The 1973 1-cent coin exemplifies how the numismatic world rewards patience, knowledge, and attention to detail, whether it is an off-center strike, double die, repunched mint mark, die crack, planchet flaw, broad strike, or subtle die polishing lines. Each anomaly adds to the coin's identity, making it a singular treasure. Auctions and private sales continually prove that collectors are willing to pay extraordinary sums for these coins, as they combine rarity, visual appeal, historical importance, and the thrill of owning a tangible piece of history. Even decades after minting, the 1973 penny remains a top target for collectors, serving as both an investment and a symbol of the fascinating unpredictability of coin production for those seeking to enter the world of rare coins. Studying and understanding the 1973 penny is an essential lesson in how small errors, careful preservation, and rarity can transform a seemingly insignificant piece of metal into a multi-million-dollar collectible. It teaches the value of meticulous observation, patience, and appreciation for historical artifacts, reminding everyone that the extraordinary can often be found hidden in the ordinary. And that coins like the 1973 1-cent USA coin are not just currency but powerful stories of human craftsmanship, error, and history preserved in metal, each coin holding the potential to astonish, inspire, and change the financial fortunes of those fortunate enough to recognize its value. The excitement around this coin is enduring, with each new discovery rekindling interest and proving that even decades after being minted, the 1973 penny remains one of the most coveted, studied, and valuable coins in the world, demonstrating that in the realm of numismatics, rarity, error, and condition come together to create legends, and that a small coin from 1973 can carry a story worth $12 million or more, making it not only a treasure of extraordinary value but also a symbol of the endless fascination and potential within the world of rare coins. Next, 1977 1-cent USA coin, a coin that has stunned collectors and investors alike with its staggering face value of $11 million. And as we explore this coin, you will understand why even a simple penny can become a multi-million-dollar treasure. At first glance, the 1977 penny may seem ordinary, but upon closer inspection, it reveals a fascinating array of minting errors, mistakes, and anomalies that make it so valuable and highly sought after in the numismatic community. One of the most prominent errors found on certain 1977 pennies is the off-center strike, a rare occurrence where the coin is not properly aligned in the minting press, causing part of Lincoln's portrait or the date to be missing, leaving a blank area of metal that instantly draws the attention of collectors and significantly increases the coin's value. Another remarkable and highly prized error is the double die, where the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during the minting process or is manufactured with an imperfection, resulting in doubled lettering, numbers, or even parts of Lincoln's image. The doubling can range from subtle to dramatic, and each example is unique, making double die coins a centerpiece for collectors seeking coins with visual impact and historical significance. Some 1977 pennies also exhibit repunched mint marks, particularly the D for Denver or S for San Francisco, where the mint mark is struck more than once in slightly different positions, creating a layered or shadowed appearance that adds both rarity and aesthetic intrigue. Die cracks and die breaks are another captivating feature, appearing as raised lines, ridges, or unusual textures across Lincoln's bust, the lettering, or the reverse. Each crack is essentially a fingerprint of the minting press, capturing the stress and imperfections of the metal and leaving a permanent, collectible anomaly. Broad strikes and colorless strikes are also found in rare examples, where the metal spreads outward due to improper restraining during striking, producing a coin that is slightly larger, flatter, and visually different from a standard penny. Planchet errors play a crucial role in the 1977 penny's value as well, including clipped planchets, wrong metal strikes, and lamination errors, where the metal peels, flakes, or is improperly alloyed, turning a seemingly ordinary coin into a unique, highly coveted collectible. Even subtle anomalies such as minor die rotations, faint doubling on letters or dates, or die polishing lines can dramatically enhance the value, especially when combined with other errors on the same coin. The rarity of well-preserved 1977 pennies is another critical factor, as most coins from this year were heavily circulated, leaving very few in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors prize coins that retain their original luster, sharp detail, and professional certification, as these factors ensure authenticity and maximize the coin's market value. In some instances, 1977 pennies display die clashes, ghostly impressions of the opposite side of the coin caused when the obverse and reverse dies collide prior to striking, adding an additional layer of uniqueness and historical intrigue. Collectors and numismatists meticulously study these errors, documenting variations and grading each coin for precision, because even minute differences can dramatically affect the value. For serious collectors, the thrill of discovering a 1977 penny with multiple errors is immeasurable, as the combination of off-center strikes, double dies, repunched mint marks, die cracks, broad strikes, planchet anomalies, and subtle die marks creates a singular, irreplicable specimen that commands top dollar in auctions and private sales. Professional grading services play a vital role in confirming authenticity and documenting the coin's characteristics, as buyers are willing to pay extraordinary sums only when there is assurance that the coin is genuine. With certification verifying multiple error types and superior preservation, rare 1977 pennies can achieve face values up to $11 million, underscoring the potential hidden in what most people consider ordinary change. Beyond monetary value, the 1977 penny captivates collectors because it tells a story of history, human craftsmanship, and chance, representing both the legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the quirks of minting machinery in the 1970s. Each die crack, double strike, or off-center alignment is a physical record of the minting process, capturing imperfections that turn ordinary coins into extraordinary artifacts. Even minor features such as polishing lines, die rotations, or small anomalies in the letters or date are carefully analyzed, providing insight into the mint's operations and the conditions that led to these rare errors. Collectors often spend years hunting for these pennies, examining rolls of coins, scrutinizing every detail under magnification, because even subtle errors can indicate the potential for a multi-million-dollar collectible. The psychology behind collecting these coins is compelling, blending the thrill of discovery, the satisfaction of historical connection, and the tangible potential for financial gain. A single 1977 penny with multiple errors can become a centerpiece of a collection, a conversation starter, and an investment that appreciates over time. The market for these coins is fiercely competitive, with private collectors, museums, and investors constantly vying for the rarest examples. And because only a few 1977 pennies survive in top-tier condition with multiple errors, each discovery generates excitement and often leads to record-breaking auction results. The coin's visual appeal also plays a key role, as collectors are drawn to the unique patterns created by doubling, off-center strikes, die cracks, and planchet anomalies, making each coin a work of accidental art. Even decades after minting, the 1977 penny continues to inspire collectors, encouraging meticulous study of every detail and an appreciation for the artistry and unpredictability of coin production. from off-center strikes and double dies to repunched mint marks, die cracks, broad strikes, planchet flaws, die polishing lines, and subtle rotations, the 1977 1-cent coin exemplifies how errors, rarity, and condition combine to create value far beyond face value. This coin is not only a collectible but also a tangible connection to history, a symbol of human craftsmanship, mechanical imperfection, and the allure of chance, whether held in the palm of the hand, displayed in a collector's cabinet, or featured in an auction catalog. The 1977 penny represents the extraordinary potential hidden in ordinary objects, reminding collectors and enthusiasts alike to examine every coin carefully, appreciate the artistry of minting, and understand that the value of a rare coin is often found in its mistakes, anomalies, and unique characteristics. The combination of scarcity, multiple errors, and exceptional preservation ensures that the 1977 1-cent USA coin remains one of the most coveted and valuable pennies of the modern era, inspiring both seasoned numismatists and new collectors to explore the rich world of coin collecting, the excitement of discovery, and the possibility that even a simple penny can carry a story worth $11 million, from major errors like double dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, die cracks, broad strikes, and planchet flaws to subtler anomalies like die polishing lines and rotations. Each 1977 penny is a one-of-a-kind artifact, a testament to the intricacies of minting, the unpredictability of human and machine error, and the enduring fascination that rare coins hold in the hearts of collectors worldwide. In essence, the 1977 1-cent coin exemplifies the perfect alignment of history, error, rarity, and preservation, transforming a simple piece of metal into a legendary collectible, a multimillion-dollar treasure, and a symbol of the endless possibilities and excitement found in the world of numismatics, inspiring generations of collectors to examine every coin in circulation, to appreciate the artistry and imperfections of minting, and to understand that behind every ordinary coin could lie an extraordinary story waiting to be discovered. Each 1977 penny carrying the legacy of Lincoln, the creativity of minting, and the thrill of chance, making it not only a coin but a legend, a dream, and a treasure that will continue to captivate, astonish, and inspire collectors for decades to come, embodying the essence of rarity, the excitement of discovery, and the limitless potential of the numismatic world. Next, 1971 cent USA coin, a coin that commands attention not just for its age or design, but for the extraordinary errors, anomalies, and unique minting characteristics that can make it worth an astonishing $14 million. And as we explore this coin, you will come to understand how a simple penny, often overlooked in circulation, can become a multimillion-dollar collectible. The 1971 cent coin, while seemingly ordinary, is a treasure trove of rare errors, starting with the most dramatic and highly sought-after anomalies such as off-center strikes, where the coin's planchet is misaligned in the minting press, causing part of Lincoln's bust, the date, or lettering to be missing, creating an instantly recognizable and visually striking coin that collectors covet for its uniqueness. Double die errors are another cornerstone of the 1970 penny's value, occurring when the die used to strike the coin has a misalignment or defect, producing doubled or shadowed impressions on the lettering, date, or Lincoln's image, with each double die being distinct. Collectors prize these coins because no two double dies are exactly alike, making them both rare and visually captivating. Some 1970 pennies also feature repunched mint marks, especially the D for Denver or S for San Francisco, where the mint mark was stamped more than once in slightly different positions, leaving a layered, shadowed, or even partially overlapping impression, a subtle yet historically significant anomaly that adds tremendous value. Die cracks and die breaks are another fascinating type of error, appearing as raised lines or ridges across Lincoln's bust, the lettering, or the reverse of the coin, representing the stresses of the minting process and the imperfections of the dies themselves, and each crack tells a story of the pressures and nuances involved in producing a coin at the U.S. Mint. Broad strikes and collarless strikes also contribute to the rarity and collectability of some 1970 pennies, causing the metal to spread outward and resulting in a coin that is larger, flatter, and visually different from a standard penny, while planchet errors such as clipped planchets, lamination flaws, and wrong metal strikes further enhance the coin's allure. A clipped planchet occurs when the blank metal piece is improperly cut. Lamination errors occur when layers of metal peel or flake due to impurities or inconsistencies in the alloy, and wrong metal strikes occur when a coin is struck on an incorrect planchet, each of these anomalies creating a one-of-a-kind artifact. Even subtle errors such as minor doubling on letters, die polishing lines, or small die rotations can dramatically enhance value, especially when combined with more prominent mistakes. Rarity is another key factor, as most 1970 pennies were circulated heavily, leaving very few examples in pristine, uncirculated condition. Collectors place immense value on coins that have retained their original luster, sharp detail, and clarity of design. As these factors preserve both historical significance and monetary worth, some 1970 pennies exhibit die clashes, where ghostly impressions of the opposite side are transferred to the coin due to collisions between the obverse and reverse dies prior to striking, adding another layer of uniqueness and collectability. These details are meticulously documented and graded by professional numismatists, who study every ridge, crack, and doubling effect to classify the coin's rarity and estimate market value. Coins that combine multiple errors are particularly sought after, with examples featuring off-center strikes, double dies, repunched mint marks, die cracks, broad strikes, and planchet flaws commanding the highest premiums. In some cases, such coins have been known to fetch face values up to $14 million, as collectors, investors, and museums recognize the perfect alignment of rarity, condition, and historical significance. The 1970 penny also carries an important place in U.S. coin history, representing both the enduring legacy of Abraham Lincoln and the unique quirks of minting technology during the 1970s. The coin captures a snapshot of the minting process, revealing both the artistry and the human or mechanical imperfections that create these rare treasures. Collectors often spend years carefully studying rolls of pennies, searching for anomalies that could indicate the presence of a high-value coin, examining every detail under magnification to spot double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, repunched mint marks, lamination flaws, broad strikes, and subtle die polishing lines, and understanding the significance of each. The psychology behind this hunt is powerful, combining the thrill of discovery, the appreciation of history, and the tangible potential for financial gain. Each coin with multiple errors tells a unique story, capturing a moment of chance, human error, and mechanical imperfection that cannot be replicated. The market for these coins is highly competitive, with collectors and investors constantly vying for the rarest specimens, and because very few 1970 pennies survive in pristine condition with multiple errors, each new discovery generates excitement, and often leads to intense bidding wars at auctions or in private sales. The coin's visual appeal also contributes significantly to its value, as errors such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, and repunched mint marks create patterns and textures that are instantly recognizable and highly prized by collectors. Even subtle anomalies reward careful inspection, adding to the coin's story and desirability. Beyond the physical attributes, the 1970 penny connects collectors to a larger historical narrative, linking Abraham Lincoln's legacy, the evolution of the U.S. Mint, and the fascinating unpredictability of mechanical coin production. Professional grading plays a critical role, as certified coins with multiple error types and superior preservation can achieve market values far exceeding $14 million, proving the importance of authentication and documentation in numismatic investing. Rare 1970 pennies inspire both seasoned collectors and newcomers to carefully examine every coin, appreciate the artistry and intricacies of minting, and recognize that value is often hidden in the most ordinary-looking objects, from off-center strikes to double dies, repunched mint marks, die cracks, broad strikes, planchet flaws, and subtle polishing lines. Each 1970 penny is a unique artifact, a tangible representation of history, human craftsmanship, and mechanical unpredictability, with the potential to astonish, inspire, and even transform financial futures. The excitement surrounding this coin is enduring, with every discovery reminding collectors of the extraordinary potential hidden in everyday change. Encouraging meticulous observation, patience, and dedication in the pursuit of rare coins, the 1970 penny exemplifies how rarity, condition, and era converge to create value that goes far beyond the face value of 1 cent, turning a simple coin into a legendary collectible, a multi-million-dollar treasure, and a symbol of possibility, discovery, and the limitless fascination of the numismatic world. It teaches collectors to look beyond the ordinary, to appreciate the artistry and history embedded in every coin, and to understand that sometimes the most incredible treasures are hiding in plain sight. The 1970 1-cent coin, with its combination of double dies, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, die cracks, broad strikes, planchet anomalies, and minor polishing lines, represents a perfect example of how mistakes, imperfections, and rarity combine to create value that can rival the most expensive works of art or historical artifacts, each coin carrying a unique story of chance, production, and preservation, inspiring collectors to pursue excellence, study details, and cherish the extraordinary potential in the world of coin collecting. The 1970 penny is more than currency. It is a symbol of history, human craftsmanship, mechanical quirks, and the excitement of discovery, reminding everyone that even the smallest, seemingly ordinary coin can carry a story worth $14 million, making it a treasure that continues to captivate, astonish, and inspire collectors around the world, embodying the essence of rarity, historical significance, and the extraordinary possibilities that exist in the fascinating world of numismatics, ensuring that this coin will remain a legend for generations to come, a multi-million-dollar marvel that teaches the value of careful observation, preservation, and appreciation for the art, history, and unpredictability of coin production. The 1970 1-cent USA coin stands as a shining example of how a small object can hold immense significance, financial worth, and enduring fascination, captivating collectors, historians, and investors alike. Each coin a testament to the extraordinary potential hidden in the ordinary, a tangible piece of history, and a symbol of the limitless allure of rare coin collecting, inspiring enthusiasts to continue exploring, discovering, and cherishing the remarkable stories found in every minting anomaly, error, and unique characteristic that transforms a simple penny into a multi-million-dollar collectible, with a legacy that will continue to inspire awe, excitement, and fascination in the world of rare coins for decades and generations to come.